Super Dave here for another review. Alright, it is now time to check out our Bandai Buzz Lightyear from Disney Pixar. So let's break open the box and check him out. Oh wow, so just like with we found with our Woody, you see these pieces, and boy, there's bigger pieces. That's the reason the box is thicker. You have the faces, and then you see the shield for his helmet, and a lot of the parts there. Again, no glue or paint required. All the pieces are pre-painted, and it's together just like a model kit, and they snap together. And then there's your white pieces and your stickers, just like with the original Buzz. You're going to have stickers. That's, wow, look at all the stickers. This one's got a lot more stickers than you had with the Woody figure. And there's some black pieces and some clear pieces and some more white pieces. And then in this yellow and green baggie, you're going to have some of the spring action that's going to go along with his gimmick, his function for his wings that pop out. So yes, there's just a lot to this guy. So let's get cracking and check out this model kit by Bandai for Buzz Lightyear. Alright, now that we have all of our parts open here and Superman's holding our stickers here, just want to show you that the instruction booklet, similar to Woody's, but in this one it's the reverse. Instead of the details being in black and white, they have the detailed pieces in color on Buzz. So you go by not just letter, but the number in sections and follow the arrows and put them together piece by piece, from page to section to section to page by page, and then you'll go onto the inside. And there's a lot more to Buzz than there was to Woody as far as parts and pieces and functions. But then it's black and white when you get to the body, and then the wings, and then the head. On you go until you get to the back where you actually will have completed it, and it goes back to color. So it's a little backwards on that. But let's go ahead and get started, and we'll do some time lapse. One of the things that I will mention to you is that it's very important that you have one of these tools. You can get them at Hobby Lobby and most craft stores. And this is what you'll use to snip very close to those, what they call the gates, the little pieces that hold each piece in. For instance, just to show you an example, those are two of the pieces that you start out with. That's how tiny they are. And if you don't have something like that, and even a tool where you can, maneuver some stuff, it's going to be very difficult. And also, I would advise you to keep things close, because when you snip the second or last gate to some of these small pieces, they will pop across the room. And if you'll see how small they are, they can be very difficult to find. So that's just a tip there as well. back, and I think we're ready to put everything together here. Just an amazing detail. I'm just personally amazed at how well they make this stuff. As small and as thin and as brittle as it is, it really fits together perfectly with very little effort. I mean, everything just works so well on the one that I've gotten. Just let me show you the gimmick here. As we've just finished the chest and body area, you press the button and the wings pop out just so. Really nice, just like it's supposed to, and then they click right back in. All right, so let's begin to put him together. Go ahead and pop the head on first here. We got the just regular expression head for our Buzz, and that pops right onto the ball peg there, of course. And wow, that is nice. Look at that nice range of motion. Pivot, looking up, looking down. That's nice. We'll do some articulation later. All right, let's go ahead and get his right arm on there, or I'm sorry, left arm. Pops right into place. There we go. And now let's go ahead and take his laser light, and put it in there. Pop it right in there. Wow, looks so nice, looks so fluid, looks so Buzz Lightyear, looks so authentic already. All right, now let's go ahead and pop his waist on there, which goes right here. Go ahead and pop that on. The only thing that I will say I was not pleased with, just personally, is the way the stickers did on these buttons here. And I feel like I gave a lot of patience and time to it to make sure that I was doing it right. But I'm telling you, it was a job. It was a chore to get those on, and you can still see some of the green because they were originally green. You can't press those buttons. This is the only one you can press that does the wings. But it still looks nice, but I might go back and paint some red and some green and some blues if I can match that color. All right, let's go ahead and get his legs here. All right, let's go ahead and get his right leg on first. Just pop that on here. And now his left leg, pop that on. Got him a little bow-legged looking here, but you can turn those. Wow, look at that. That is awesome. Absolutely awesome. And we've got, of course, 2 sets of hands for our Buzz Lightyear. We have the fisted hands, which you do plug in the little green part, and you plug together 2 sections of the hands, and then you even has the purple, which that's a sticker, but they go on very nice. Those I didn't have any problems with. Same thing with this. You've got the ability to snap in the little green part. You snap on the thumb. You have 2 sections to the open hand, and then you put the sticker all the way around, even on the palm. And again, those went on very simple, believe it or not. Didn't take very much at all to do that using the tool and some patience. All right, final thing here is to get our helmet on. So let's go ahead and do that now. Go ahead and snap this part of the helmet on. Really curious to see if the helmet is going to have any kind of opening feature at all. Don't think so, but then again, I might be surprised. It did not say on the box. Pop that open, pop that on, and it does not. It does not have, you cannot open it. That's a missed opportunity in my opinion. I think it would have been neater if you could have, you know, whoosh, not necessarily with a button, but just been able to open it back there. But you can, of course, take it off there, which is not the easiest thing in the world to do once you get it on. Good gracious. Not very easy to get off, but you're going to have to be able to do that so that you can take your Buzz Lightyear head off, and then you're going to want to it's not the easiest thing in the world to do here either, but you're going to have to pry off the face. And let's go ahead and try this one, because this is the one that you can really get some action with as far as his, oops, Let's see if I can figure out. Okay, make sure I'm putting it on right. You can really get some action as far as getting those eyeballs to move around. They're free floating eyeballs, and you just have to work them. Unlike Woody, with Woody you could take his face off and adjust it from the back, but you can't really do that with Buzz. You have to just do it from the front. Oops. Gotta be careful with this leg here, I don't break it. It's a little stiff. Let me go ahead and pop this one off again. That's the hardest part. It was very easy with Woody, but it is and it's good that it's hard because of the fact, and I'm saying that because you literally can't see any seam at all. I mean, it really looks like he's got a hoodie or a stretched over type situation over his head. There's no gappage. Only problem is when you want to change those face plates, you're going to be, and see, this part at the top is the thinnest. You don't want to break that. But it does pop off fairly easy. I have to give it that. But wow, it's a little tight fitting. And there's his, I would say, kind of his mischievous face. See how that looks. Very cool, very cool. All right, just to show you right quick the articulation again. All right, we'll go ahead and put the wings back here. Of course, with his arm here, you get a very good range of motion. You can go all the way around. You can go up better than 90 degrees, just better than 90 degrees. You have single jointed elbow, but you certainly get excellent range of motion, better than 90. You have that wrist on a ball joint, so you get up and down and all around, left and right. Very excellent there. You can do hammer, whatever you want to do. And one of the other really cool things, and let me see if I can take this. By the way, this does not go swoosh back. I think I mentioned that already, but we're going to look at that. Take that helmet off. The articulation of the head, he goes up, goes down, he goes left and right, bobblehead kind of thing, back and forth. Just excellent range of motion with that head. Really nice, better than most action figures actually, and this is a model kit. But he can also, and we don't really have the right faceplate on, but he can even open up this little section right here, as you see, and he's got that really neat communicator, so he can contact Star Command with no problems at all. There it is. Buzz Lightyear to Star Command. Come in, Star Command. And then you can close that, and which is really neat because a lot of the larger retail Buzz Lightyear action figures don't even have that door that will open. So the fact that they included that in a model kit, the detail is just fabulous, and the sticker there, everything's so neat. Bicep swivel, and just, you know, really nice elbow joint. You can turn it there and at the bicep swivel, so you get a lot of good range of motion there. Well as on this side, you've got the little laser light, which he does not have the ability to blink you to death with that laser light, but it does have a crystal clear little piece over a red piece that kind of gives that illusion of a bulb. So that looks really neat. You could always add that to your video editing after the fact. You're like, you know, so same articulation on this arm as over there. This button does not press. It's very realistic looking, but it does not press. But you have bicep swivel and good articulation there. All right, and then as far as his waist area, has excellent range of motion. I mean, check that out, just excellent. And then of course he can turn from side to side, little bit back and forth, not a whole lot of ab crunch, so to speak, but definitely good for a model figure. All right, so his legs, yep, they will actually Just checking to make sure they'll actually go out all the way there. Really good on the splits there. And just like with other SH figure arts, has that ability kind of to pull down. So you can make him kind of taller, you can make it flush to give it a little bit more of a seamless look. He does have thigh swivel. He has single, you get that in place here, but he does have single jointed knees, but look, very good range of motion, as good if not better than if you had double jointed knees. So that works perfect. As far as his feet, it goes back about that much, up all the way, very good there, and can turn from side to side slightly, especially to the right, inward, not as much outward, and then has excellent foot pivot. Check that out for, you know, a model action figure. That is better than most action figures in some lines. So really nice articulation across the board for this Buzz Lightyear. You're going to be able to do anything that you want to do with this action figure to display him and give him that look that is iconic for this line. Now, these eyes, unlike the other faceplate, does not really move like the other two have some function, especially this one here has a lot of good range of motion where you can move those just about anywhere. And then this one, you know, can do that with one eye, basically a little bit. It's just limited. But this particular face, it's almost like they're stationary because this has an odd shape to it, that ball that goes in this socket. Looks good basically the way they are. You can move this one slightly to the left, but it's excellent. Overall excellent. And then of course finally you have the ability to press the button and the wings pop out. I'll show you again there. You press the button and the wings pop out, and you get to move those out, and that you have an excellent range of motion or stretch or width to the wingspan. So that's great. That's great. And then you fold those back in, and then they click right back in place. And they also have the little bulbs on the end to kind of simulate, even though there's no lights there. Again, you could add that to your video editing, but you have those little clear bulb looking simulated places on the end where in the movie they would blink back and forth there. So there's no batteries, there's no talking, there's no, you know, animation that goes along with this, no lights, but everything looks like it is there. Certainly simulated. So just great. Everything's so seamless and looks so nice, like what the kind of Buzz that everybody would want. This figure has it. I mean, this figure delivers on that for everything that you would want in an action figure. And of course, he comes with this stand. And the cool thing about this stand is you can link it. You have Woody here. You see the part on that you can connect underneath here on Woody's stand that came with him, and you can just snap them together so that you can put these two partners right side by side and pose them together so that you have an excellent display of Woody and Buzz posing together here. Just great, just perfect. I think he is. I think they're both excellent action figures that you get a chance to actually put together. What do you think about that? Really neat. Awesome. The scale is right with these because Woody is taller, but Buzz is thicker in width and thickness, but he's shorter. And so, and with these bases, I was going to mention to you something here or show you something here. Of course, they come with a peg that you can put on the bottom of the foot to put them in various positions. You have the several positions you can put your peg to position this. Just very quickly with some size comparison here. And then here he is beside an almost 7-inch tall He-Man. You see he's closer in line with the height of Woody. And then you have him here beside McFarlane's Superman. Buzz and Superman's going to get along great, I think. Superman's my favorite of all action figures. Now, one of my favorite action figures that's non-Superman or non-Motu, because Motu is my favorite line of action figures, is Gridman. He is just so cool, and I think they're going to get along great together because they're going to enjoy pretending that they're on some space adventures together. And they're right along the same size. I think they're going to be great friends. They're going to be great pals. Woody, Buzz, and Gridman. And all of my action figures are going to get along good. All right, so there's a little bit of comparison. I will say this in our final thoughts before we go to our photos, is that it took me twice as long to do Buzz as it did Woody. I did not actually time how long, but I think it was about 4 hours for Woody. It took me about, I would say anywhere from 6 hours, a little better, to do Buzz. And so that gives you an idea. And that's not straight through. That's the reason I can't give you an exact time. I took breaks, you know, in between about a three-day process over the weekend here. And so they're excellent. I mean, the likeness is dead on. The faces, the detail. I did have to paint in the silver around Woody's as I showed you. And one of the things I will do, and I'll mention this very quickly before we head to photos, if I can get him off of here, is there's 2 screws back here on the back that are green. I'm going to paint those silver with the same kind of paint I painted around Woody's buttons. And then I think it'll be complete. Looks very, very close to the toy, or let me say the character on the movies. And just really nice. I would say, with the exception of the fact that he has no voices or laser or talking feature, this is the closest representation I've seen of Buzz, probably of any toy that I have seen on the market, as far as aesthetics. And so I'm going to give these guys an 8 out of 10 as far as I'm concerned. And the only reason I don't give a 9 out of 10 is because the plastic is so brittle, it's so fragile. You're going to be able to do posing. Every time I try to take out these face plates, on Buzz especially, I'm so scared I'm going to pop this thin plastic. It's a little easier with Woody, but with Woody you're afraid you're going to break his hairpiece. It's so thin. Would have liked to have seen a little thicker plastic, a little bit of quality there. But as far as the ability to put it together, as long as you're careful and patient, you're good, and the quality is there. It's just not as thick as I would like to see it. All right, that's my assessment. And there you have the completed set. Just so awesome. We'll get some photos here. Like, share, comment, subscribe, hit that bell if you'd like to, if you're enjoying the channel. And let us know what you think about Woody and Buzz.